Hey guys, we're back for our new battle report. We've already rolled everything up, set up the board, and here's what we got going on. Got the orcs are going to be going first. This is a gamma level city fight, and the mission is going to be domination, which means that when it's over, whoever occupies the most city ruins with scoring units wins the game, which is nice for the Space Marines because in effect they've got 5 different scoring units, so that should be good for them. Having never played this before, I'm not sure how I'm going to attack this. This is the orc setup. Like I said, we're going to be going first, but I should also mention the stratagems are, for the orcs, I played the medical facility stratagem on that building, which means that any of my units that occupy that one automatically have the feel no pain rule, so that should be nice. Then I played the ammo store stratagem on this building. My hope is that I can get my shooter boys in there and have their way with the Space Marines and their shooting, because the ammo store stratagem, which she also played, allows you to reroll your hits, or rolls to hit. Now she has played the what do you call it? Counterattack, or not counterattack, command center stratagem on this building, which gives all units within 12 inches of that building the counterattack special rule, which should help the Marines out quite a bit. I'm not looking forward to it. And then she also played the ammo store stratagem on that building, which allows her to also re-roll her hits. So we're just about ready to get it kicked off. So we'll see you after the first turn. And here's what it looks like after the movement phase. All these guys are heading down. They're all going to end up running. I haven't done that yet. The Death Copters moved up into my medical facility building, and of course failed one of their dangerous terrain rolls, so they took a wound. This platoon is also going to run. The truck moved up, and I think really the only other thing in the orc turn is going to be this shooting, because they're not going to make it into assault, but I'll show you what it looks like after the shooting phase. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Oh, my guy gave up. Here's what it looks like after I did my running and shooting. The Death Copters ended up taking off the multi-melta and stunning the Dreadnought, but couldn't put them away. Didn't have very good luck on my runs. I did run 5 inches on that unit, but over here only got 2 inches, and these guys only got 1 inch, so I wasn't happy about it. But now I'm afraid I'm going to start feeling some pain, because I got a lot of my units out in the open. So we'll see. Okay, so here's what it looks like after the Marines shooting phase, and it was painful. You see quite a few were killed there. 7 in that unit. One of them, or I think 5 of them, came from the whirlwind. So finally my $30 paid off, and she finally saw that thing kill somebody for once. But then Missile Launcher Man threw another couple hits on him. Then first platoon took a couple casualties back there, as you can see from that rocket launcher. Actually, that rocket launcher didn't do anything to him, and fire from those leftmost 3 Terminators managed to put a couple shots on him. So that was basically it, and there's not going to be any assault phase, so we'll be back. Okay, so this is after the orc movement phase. This platoon moved into that building according to plan. First platoon took that building. Now they have the ammo store ability there. The shooter boys got in that building, and the Death Copters pretty much stayed put, but they switched their two front guys there up close, because you can see the front end of that thing is just sticking right out there, so they're going to get a couple shots on it. Hopefully I'll be able to capitalize on that mistake. And I think that's pretty much going to be all the shooting, and I'll let you know how it turns out. Well, as you can see, there it sits undamaged. I managed to get, or I didn't even, missed it both times, so that was really it. So I'm sweating what's going to happen in this next turn, so we'll let you know. Okay, so let's take a look at what the Marines were able to do. Killed one man out of that squad, but they're still alright. We're here. We got another 3 guys out of that platoon, but they're still alright. I got another 3 guys out of the shooters, but they're still okay. And took out one of the Death Copters. So I wasn't happy about that, but okay, well, we'll be back at the top of the third turn. Okay, so here's what it looks like after the orc move. The Death Copters came down from the mountain there with the sole purpose of finishing off that dreadnought before it can get to my boys there. The truck moved back. I think I'm going to head to the other side of the board with that. The shooter boys moved up. Going to take a few shots on these guys. Hopefully knock out 1 or 2. These guys are going to try it as well. Well, hopefully they won't have to worry about the dreadnought, but you never know. And these guys just basically dug in there a little bit further. And I think that's it. I'll let you know how the shooting goes. Okay, so after the orc shooting phase, the dreadnought was stunned again, so I managed to hold him off for another turn. And the only other thing was this platoon managed to kill one of the 5 members of that combat squad, and that's basically it. But at this point, originally I was thinking that I would be able to limit her ability to score on these ruins by holding her to these 3 buildings, but now I'm afraid at the last minute she's going to rush up and contest both of those and have 2 buildings in reserve, and I'm going to be hung out to dry. But you know, by all means, if you're a more experienced player than either her or I, leave a comment. Tell us what you would do in this situation, because I mean, this is tough. So we'll let you know after the Space Marines movement phase. Okay, so this is after the Space Marines' third movement. The Rhinos moving over to cover that flank. The Terminators are moving in for the kill. This part of that attack squad is now officially scoring on that. Obviously the Whirlwind stayed put. Attack squad stayed put there. It's covering that objective. And these guys moved back just a hair and out of the range of the big shooter. And he's still stunned, so that's going to be it for their movement. And we'll be back in, looks like in part 2 with the results of this hairy shooting phase.